Hey guys, welcome back to Paradise on Pennies. Today I'm just going to be talking a little bit about why you should not just be jumping into van life or SUV life. There's a lot to think about before you just decide to either sell everything and just go live out of your van. So it's definitely not for everybody. A lot of people think that they could be able to do it, and it's definitely a lot different than what they think. It's pretty trendy now. A lot of people on YouTube are making videos, and a lot of it you can be luxurious, and a lot of it you can't or not. Like, we're kind of on a budget, so we do it a little cheaper than most people. But so depending on how much money you have and how many luxuries you still want to have, it's going to be a lot different for a lot of people. So it's definitely not for everybody. First off, so first thing you probably should think about is why you're doing it. Like, what is your reasoning behind wanting to live in a van or live in a car? It's definitely kind of non-traditionalist to want to live in your vehicle. So what is your reasoning behind it? So do you love traveling? Do you love being outdoors? Do you just want to be more free, be more minimalistic? Or do you just want to rock climb all the time? Or do you want to go surfing all the time? Or do you just want to get out of debt? Because that's definitely a good way to get out of debt, and then you don't have to pay house bills. So there's definitely a lot of different reasons why people are living in their vans or SUVs. So figure out what your reasoning is. Everybody's different, so everybody's gonna have a different reason why they're doing it, and that's a good thing. So once you figure out what your reasoning is, try to do a trial run. With Try to be as realistic as possible with your trial run. If you're gonna have a dog, bring your dog with you. If you're gonna bring your girlfriend or wife or husband, bring them with. Try to make it as close to possible as what you would do for living on the road. And I would suggest probably doing it for at least maybe 7 days, 10 days, something like that, as long as you can to see how it's going to be. Because if just do it a couple days, weather might not change, or certain things don't really come up in a few days. Because you can go a few days without showering, it's not that big a deal. But once you go about a week without showering, it's a little different. So definitely give a trial run for sure. And I suggest bringing less than what you actually are going to be bringing with you. The less you bring, the kind of the worse the experience is going to be. And if you can survive the worst experience, then you probably will be all right with the regular experience, because you will have more things with you. So if you're going to be doing it cheap and on a budget and not bringing a lot of things, and you're used to being like in a traditional household, it might be a little bit of a shock right away. So try to bring the least amount as possible. So then if you don't have that when you're doing it full time or part time, then it won't be such of a shock right away, because you'll know what it's like, and then you'll realize what you need to bring and what you don't need to bring and things of that nature. You'll figure out which luxuries you can handle without, because it's not like every morning you can wake up and take a shower, or you have a bathroom with you all the time, or just simple things like that. So obviously you can have those things with you if you want to upgrade and get whatever, like the bigger vans or an RV or a pull behind camper and things like that, which that's great too if you want to be living in it. But it's obviously going to cost you more, and it's going to be probably more problems in the long run, because there's more things that can go wrong. So the simpler you are, the less things you have to worry about, which is always a good thing, because the reason we're doing it is because we want to be more free, and we don't want to have to worry about money so much, and we want to be outdoors, and we love nature, and we want to have more time with each other and the dogs and everything like that. So it all goes together, and being minimalistic it's definitely a help, because when we lived in a traditional life, we didn't really have that much stuff. So transferring into like the SUV life really wasn't that big of a change for us. We just had less showers, which we were all right with. So you'll definitely figure out right away which luxuries you want to have with and which ones you don't. And if you can't handle it without them, I would definitely either try to upgrade to something bigger or rethink the whole van life idea. And then you got a whole bunch of questions you need to ask yourself before you go, that most people probably don't really think about. But so are you going to be doing full-time or part-time? Or are you just going to be doing like a monthly trip? How long do you plan on doing it for? And then depending on how long you're doing it for, if you're doing it full-time, are you selling your house? Are you selling everything you own? Are you putting some in storage? Like, how are you affording the storage? Simple things like that. And so if you're going to be part-time, then who's going to be watching your house and things of that nature? And then once you figure, that was kind of the main thing out, once you figure that out, are you going to be kind of traveling with the weather, or are you going to be staying put in one city? And I guess it depends on what your reasoning for doing it is. If you want to try to get out of debt, then you're probably going to stay in one city and you're going to keep working your job, but sell your house and all your stuff, and all that will pay off your debt, and then your all your money will go towards debt instead of paying for a house insurance and a house payment and all those things. So if you're trying to get out of debt, it's definitely the best way to do it, because all your money will be going to that instead of other things of that nature. And then once you figure that out, you're going to have to figure out how you're going to pay for life on the road and what you're going to be doing. So if you're going to be staying put, if you're going to be staying with your job you're currently at, and then once you get out of debt or anything like that, are you going to be traveling then? Or are you going to save up some money and then travel and then quit your job? Or are you going to be like taking part-time seasonal work? Or are you going to be working online, or just different things of that nature, because you're obviously going to have to pay for gas and food still along the way. And if you're minimalist like we are, you have to work less. So if you can do with less things, like I said before, if you want an RV and you want a pull behind camper, then you're going to have to work more. So which we think kind of defeats the purpose of living this way. So, but everybody has their own thing. So if you want to do it that way, then you can do it that way. And then you just got to see if you're okay with leaving, if you're going to be moving a lot, if you're going to be okay with leaving all your friends and family behind, as well as your routine. So everybody kind of has their routine every day and things of that nature. So if you're okay with leaving all that behind and just kind of hitting the road and ending up in cool remote places with just your significant other or your dogs, then it'll probably be all right with you. And it also helps if you're good with like talking to other people and learning new things and taking everything in while you're out there, which is, it's always a good thing. So we meet people everywhere we go now, and it's fantastic. And we've met new friends everywhere where we met. So now we got kind of acquaintances and friends all along the coast area that we can stop and chat with and tell them about our stories. So it's fantastic. We've been meeting a lot more legit friends this way, because they see our lifestyle and they appreciate it, and they agree with what we're doing. So it's nice to just meet people. We meet them at the dog park all the time, and now when we're coming back through, we can meet up with them again. So it's a really great way to live. And if you're good with talking with people and you're all right with traveling a lot. So at first, it's definitely going to be a shock if you decide to switch to van life or SUV life, and you're used to the traditional housing, and you're used to a shower every day and your coffee in the morning, and when you're sick, you can lay on the couch and all these things. So it's definitely going to be a shock, but that's why we say do the trial run. So if the trial run goes good, then you can move on from there and see what else you would need to start your trek. So hopefully those things will help you out. As we're saying, just make sure you figure out your reason why you want to do it, because everybody's different. So figure that out first, and then do your trial run, and then you can be on your way. So hopefully this guy helped you guys out a little bit. As we did our trial run for like 10 days, and it worked really well. Actually, we didn't really bring anything with us. And at the time, we didn't realize our back seats folded down, so we were sleeping in the back of our Escape with the seats folded like at an angle. And we still decided to live on the road, and when we built our bed, we realized that they folded down. So we were definitely in more luxury now because we have a flat bed, so it's fantastic. You learn a lot, and you learn a lot about your significant other, which is even better. So hopefully this helped you guys out a little bit, and if you like it, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. And hope to see you guys out here soon. Bye.